Hello, family. First of all, let me say happy Valentine's Day to everybody today. I hope that this video finds you safe and well and warm. I don't know about you, but where I'm at, it is cold. And I believe it's cold in most of our nation today. So what I want to talk about today, even though it may be cold outside, it is my hope that these words will inspire you and motivate you to help warm somebody's heart. That's a lesson that I certainly learned from my dear mother. She had no problems in letting you know when you had done something that warmed her heart. So in the effort of living my love out loud, I want to discuss acknowledging and appreciating. I recently read a Harvard study, a study in a Harvard Medical Journal that was done by researchers at the Wharton School. And what they did was they studied these two groups of university employees who were participating in a fundraising campaign. And as part of the study, they separated them into two groups. One group solicited alumni for funds, like they normally did. But the other group heard from the director of annual giving before making their calls. And that individual just basically gave this talk, letting the university employees who were participating in the fundraising campaign, letting them know they appreciated them and they acknowledged the work that they were doing. They were basically showing gratitude before the work had even begun. And the research shows that during the following week, the group that heard the thankfulness talk, the appreciative talk, that group actually made 50% more calls than the group who had not participated in hearing that talk. And so I found it interesting that simply showing gratitude, simply acknowledging and appreciating actually helped the second group perform much better. And so when thinking about that, when we acknowledge and appreciate, sometimes it can be something very simple that we notice, but we just allow to pass by us. We may think it in our heads about, wow, that's really nice. But we never verbalize it. We never express it. We never speak it so that that other individual knows how much we appreciate it, how much it meant to us. And so it's not about manipulating people to do whatever it is you want them to do. But if your heart is in the right place, it's really about bringing out the good in them. Because in essence, that is what that talk did for those university employees who heard from the director of annual giving first, in order to hear how much they were already appreciated, how much that individual already acknowledged them. And so bringing out the good in other people really should be an intention of ours. It really should be a goal. It really should be an aspiration that we want to live out in our lives. But how many times does good happen all around us, from the relationships that we're in with the people that have been placed in our lives? And we may notice, but we never acknowledge it. We never appreciate it out loud. And so I love to watch the show Super Soul Sunday. And one day I heard the author, she wrote the book, The Soul of Money. Her name is Lynn Twist. And she told Oprah, she said, what you appreciate appreciates. And I thought, wow, she's so right. And actually research even shows that the brain, our brains are wired that when we show gratitude, the neurotransmitters of serotonin and dopamine are released. And these neurotransmitters are responsible for our emotions. They're responsible for helping us feel good, to be happy. And so, according to the research, it's not that you feel good and then you show gratitude. It's that when we show gratitude, these neurotransmitters are released and then we feel good. So we need to become more mindful about acknowledging and appreciating the good that is around us. If we want to feel good, if we want to be happy. It's kind of like the verse that says, as you love your neighbor, you're also loving yourself. And so we can do this with anybody in our lives. We can do it with our child's teacher, our physicians, our significant other, our spouse, our parents, our friends, our neighbors. Just appreciating the good, whatever that may entail. And so the research showed that last year, our divorce rate skyrocketed, and I'm sure that many factors went into play. But gratitude and being appreciative can help strengthen our relational bonds. And so I had to notice that even in myself. One day I began to recognize, hold up, there's something that's out of balance here. I'm acknowledging and verbally expressing all the things that I don't like, but I'm tipping the scales in the wrong direction. What do I need to do in order to help balance that? It's not that we don't notice those things that might need improvement, but do we notice the good that's already present? And so I had to kind of go back and do some reflection in regards to my husband. And I recognized, hold up. Over the course of this last month, he's done this and this and this. And so I decided to write him a text and to list all the good that I had recognized, but had not acknowledged and appreciated out loud. And it was amazing because I had 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And so the list built, and I sent it to him. And I was so surprised that his response was, thank you, baby. That meant a whole lot. I never realized that that text was going to carry so much weight for him and that he would not take those words lightly. And so I want to encourage you today to acknowledge and appreciate the good. That may mean that you're going to have to slow down and you're going to have to reflect and think about that in regards to who you want to acknowledge and who you want to appreciate in your life today so that you can live your love out loud. So I hope that that has encouraged somebody today. I also want to just bring to our minds that there are so many people in our world today whose Valentine is no longer here. Could be because of COVID, it could be because of cancer, it could be because of a car accident. But their Valentine is gone. If you know anybody like that, if there's anyone like that in your life, take this time today to acknowledge and appreciate them. We could never replace their Valentine, but we can sure let them know that there is still love in their lives by acknowledging and appreciating. So I've also written a blog post on Wonderfully Well's website, and I've put the link in the description section. So I encourage you to click that link, read the blog post article, and share it with others. Listen, even though it's cold outside, let's all do our part to warm hearts today. So with that, I hope you'll tune in tomorrow to see how you can live your love out loud